Hey there, Mike in Detroit again. And as the title states, we have another cool lesson for you guys today. Intermediate level, by the way. Unknown caller. Always happens. That always happens, doesn't it? Always happens. Um, so today we're going to keep looking at these dominant chords while I put my phone on silent here. Should have done that before I started. Um, Last video, I hope you saw that. That was a good one because we looked at the sharp 5, sharp 9 chord, that chord, or this chord. We played around with this chord. So I hope you have that. And I hope you are looking for spots to put it in your repertoire, put it in your songs, put it in put it in chord progressions. So that was the last video a couple days ago. This time I want to do another dominant chord, by the way, and it's going to be very nice sound. That chord. That's a C7 rootless. I threw the root in as if the bass player was, with a third, 13th, and a ninth in it. Now, to my ear, this chord is not as biting as this one is. That doesn't make it any better or worse, but it's a different sound. It's a little more dainty, a little more sounds like Bill Evans to me, or Joe Sample. But it too is a dominant chord that wants to resolve to its tonic. So let's play around with this chord a little bit and let me teach you how to voice it and get it in all the keys. And now you do your fluency thing. And you can add this sound to your repertoire. Now, if you went through my intermediate piano series, you learned this is a D minor, and then just move your thumb over, right? And you get this, which is a G13. And so you learn 2, 5, 1. And you learn that in all the keys. Oh, when I messed up here. There it is. Okay. So, hopefully you have that as your bass line, because if you have that, this quarter voicing is going to be pretty easy. So let's go to the key of C. We got a D minor 9, and before I taught you to just move your thumb over, right? You're going to end up with this, right? Now look at this voicing in my right hand. We're going to take the F out of there, right? We're going to get that F out, put it in the left hand, and watch. Ha 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 ha. We have. Now we're going to move the G to its third. That's the voicing we're after. It's a rootless G7 13 with a 9 in there. But let me go through that again so I can show you how I got there. So we went to, we know this already. So we have a G, right? We're going to change the F from our right hand to our left hand. And then we're going to change the root to the third. That's the voicing we want. Now this voicing is kind of useful. one of the nice things, and you notice that in my right hand I have Quartal voicings. So maybe that's the first thing. Once we get this voicing down, once we know how we're arriving at this voicing, let's just talk about the right hand. There are quartals. B, upper fourth is E, upper fourth is A. If you know your circle of fourths, this could be a piece of cake. Let's do that in all 12 keys. C, upper fourth is F, upper fourth from F is B, flat. D flat, G flat, B, fourths. Do this, just put your left hand in your pocket and do this in your right hand. D, G, C. We'll add some left hand to it in just a second. E flat, A flat, D flat, E, A, D, F, B flat, E flat. All of these are fourths. We're back where we started from. So make sure you can do that. Get your fourths down in your practice like this. Notice that a lot of them are either all white or all black. This one is not. This one is not. So this is white, white, black. This is black, black, white. But look at this. All white. So that makes it easier to slide around. And you'll hear that. You'll hear professional pianists do that all the time. That's why you want to work with this right hand. There's another little batch that there's not, so that's black, white, white. So you might have to work right in that little area for a minute or two until you get that. That's what I was talking about when I did 2 videos on fluency. This practice pays off. So you get the idea. So we have fourths in our right hand all the time. We have fourths in this voicing, by the way. So now what do we put together with the left hand to end up with this voicing? So let's take C, for example. Well, look at your thumb. C is the third of something, of A flat. So now we got to work from A flat down here. Now train yourself. I know a lot of times we play octaves. So the second thing to do after you got your right hand together is start training yourself to play this a whole step down. There. Root and flat 7. Right? Now let's take that around. Get the idea? Instead of, oh, I did play octave. There you go. Yeah, I'm so used to it too. It's not going to sound bad if you play octaves, but we're trying to get to a voicing. So, you see, I even need some practice getting my left hand thumb used to playing flat 7 instead of the octave. So I'm going to go a little bit slower, and then I'm going to walk myself up. Flat 7th is always a whole step down from the root, from the octave root. We're going somewhere with this. Now we want to take that up here. Got it right that time. Now maybe go down. You've heard these sounds on professional records. So now we're going to take your time and get this in all 12 keys. So we're on let's take B flat. Let's take B. See? I had to remember, I had to think to play, make sure I played that. Instead of playing this, I played this. So what I want you to do is walk that all the way up and all the way down and all the way up. And you know what? When I turn this video off, I'm going to do the same thing. So this is a how-to instead of a watch me practice video. Okay, so if you have that, so we're on C, right? If you do not have a bass player, here's your voicing. But if you do have a bass player, then lose the root and play the third. Third is right here in your left hand, so just repeat it. And what you're going to end up with in your left hand is a tritone, right? So step one is get your right hand together. Get these fourths together in your right hand. Step two is to play root, flat 7, and your quartal voicing in your right hand. End up with this. Finally, step 3 is if you do not have sometimes it sounds good even if you don't have a bass player. Now lose the root and play another third. Play a tritone in your left hand. And now take the time to get fluent here. In other words, practice this, right? Take your time. We're going to go here. Now, when you're playing this, this is a third. So, what kind of chord is this? Well, just go down and remind yourself. Sometimes remind yourself that we're playing a D dominant chord. Where does D want to go? To G. Another way to handle these dominant chords, now, I'll give you 3 or 4 steps to get this voicing under your fingers, and you know what, I need to go to work and do this work too. But this is a very modern sound. It's a very dainty, it's a sound that you really want. So let's pick a song. Well, we always do the same one. So now we're on a B flat minor. Everybody knows what this song is by now. Now we need an E flat 7. So let's do it. Let's voice it. E flat and then dominant 7. Third. Now let's put a quarter voicing on. So that worked. So we did an E flat 7 with voicing from there. G, C, F. And that took us to some kind of A flat. So let's do that again. Pretty sound. It's a very pretty sound. Well worth your practice time to get this in your repertoire. Let's see. Now we need a D flat 7 chord. Let's go here, right? What's the third of D flat? F. If we don't have a, it's very pretty. Or you can go, if the bass player's got this, you got this. Okay, not the best demonstration in the world, but I think a pretty good explanation. Let's review this. Last time we had a sharp 5, sharp 9 chord like this, or this. This time we want a little bit daintier or maybe a little bit more modern sound. So now we took a G7, right? We are training ourselves to voice the 7, go to the 3rd and build fourths. How do we do that? We took our left hand away and we just found all the fourths. Find all the fourths until you can find them without too much thought. Or you don't have to go in order, or keep doing that until you know your fourths. And then on your left hand, start with the root. Just start with the root, and then play a quartal voicing here. Sounds just fine. Pretend like you're the bass player. Your right hand, you're playing quartal voicings. That'll remind you what chord it is too, by the way. Okay, so once you have that, so we're on, let's go back to C. Now add your thumb to your left hand, and you want a dominant chord. There you go. That's going to add a little bit more sauce to it, but that certainly makes it a dominant chord. So now work that. And work it all the way up, work it around the circle of fourths, get it in your songs, right? And then finally, put the 3rd in your left hand. That's the sound we're after. Especially if there's no bass player. Even if there isn't a bass player, it sounds good. Now I'm going to go to work and do the same thing, but I have now shown you that voicing you want on any of the 12 dominant chords. And then go find your favorite gospel song, your favorite R&B song, your favorite jazz song. And when you see a dominant chord, try this. Okay, that's the lesson for today. It's a variation on what we talked about in our intermediate class. There, we know that chord already. So we're going to change this chord to this chord. Or maybe to that chord. Alright, questions? Down there, down that way, in the discussion box. Alright, hopefully this is helping some folks. If it is, put a thumbs up or like or let me know that it's helping somebody out there. Mike in Detroit. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.